Alrighty, good morning, everyone, and welcome to, I guess, what was the Stone's Whisper and is now the Gatekeepers. Um, we're going to be running a 3-shot Call of Cthulhu game. We're only going to be streaming 2 of them as our streamer is away for the game next week, and I'm not capable of doing that. So we'll be doing today, we'll skip a week, and then we'll do next week also Call of Cthulhu, and then we'll be back to our regular scheduled game starting the week after that one. Shauna gets back. She has
Yeah,
abandoned us for like 3 weeks.
the worst.
That's okay. We love her anyway. We do have a special guest with us today, Alan, who is going to be joining us as a member of the clergy. So, welcome, Alan. It's nice to have you here. And I was going to
Thanks for
say,
having me.
Shauna, do the recap, but I guess that's not possible for many reasons. So, I guess I'm going to jump right in with a little introduction to our game here. And hopefully, yes, okay. The one nice thing about a streaming is I can check Nick's screen to see what you guys are seeing. And you are on the right page. I had this horrible moment where I thought I'd left you somewhere else. So the way that I have set this up is you guys are all members of an organization known as the Gatekeepers. This is a secret society that has been put together to basically investigate the strange and unusual, the things that go bump in the night, and to make sure that those strange and mysterious things are not harming the general public or getting out of hand in any way. I will leave it up to you as to whether or not your characters have met one another previously. Um, Maybe you would have met on another mission. Maybe you would have met at a meeting, like a society meeting, or it's entirely possible that you would have never met before. However, what you all do have in common is this week you receive a letter. The letter has the sigil of your organization on it. Thank you, ChatGPT. It's a picture of a gate with a key on either side. And I will leave the letter there for you to read right now.
It might be worth someone reading that out for the stream.
That's a good point. Yes. Who would like to read the letter out loud? Nick, it sounds like you just volunteered.
Oh, joy, okay. Esteemed brother slash sister of the gate, word has reached us of a travelling spectacle, styling itself the Whirling Wonders Carnival. To the casual townsfolk it is nothing more than gaudy tents, painted clowns, and false wonders meant to separate the gullible from their coin. Yet to our trained eye there are signs of most troubling. A rash disturbance has coincided with the carnival's stay. Children whisper of mannequins that blink, of laughter that lingers after silence, of a fortune teller whose prophecies leave bruises upon the mind. Our watchers have observed symbols upon the tickets themselves, runes that shift when candlelight touches them. Such markings are not of human invention. As a keeper of the gate, it falls to you to peer beyond the curtain. Attend the carnival not as a guest, but as an investigator. Seek the truth behind its freak show, its haunted mansion, and the seer known as Madame Rosina. The pattern is incomplete, but I fear the carnival is not a place, but a vessel. Should its heart stir fully, the consequences may extend beyond this town. Report your findings with haste. If you discover what we suspect, act as your judgment dictates. The gatekeepers trust you to know when to close the way and when to flee. May the unseen keys guide your hand, a fellow gatekeeper. Unsigned as is our custom. I believe that's everything. Yes.
And I'm muted. Thank you, Nick.
Well done.
In addition to the letter, you are also provided with a ticket to the Whirling Wonders Carnival. You do notice that there are some strange runes at the bottom of the ticket.
Do any of us recognize those runes?
Why don't you go ahead and make me the first check of the game? Let's call it I have to open up the skills and look at them because I don't know them all off the top of my head. Let's call it an occult check, please.
As a As a professor of the occult, I assume I would make that check.
Well, you're
Well,
all separate at the moment, so you
yeah.
can each make it.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Oh dear. Ooh.
That's
How did that happen?
It's what you get for coming from Oregon. You live in Oregon long enough,
Mm.
you come across weird stuff all the time.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm just blown away that you got a critical success and you've got a 5 in the occult. Okay, so those of you who have failed, when you stare at the runes, they twist and bend under your eyes. I need you both to make me sanity checks, please.
I click the box marked sanity. Is that
You
correct?
should be able to do a sanity roll. Yeah. Nice.
Not so great for
Not so great
Father
for
Allen.
you. You are going to take 1d4 points of sanity damage as the runes reach into your mind and you see a nightmare. It almost looks like the runes for a moment change into rotting flesh and you can smell the decay.
Ugh. Hate carnivals.
But however, Drifter Dan, with your critical success, you are able to sort of piece together these runes. As you read sorry, I'm like trying to find the information on it. As you look at the runes, they seem to almost coalesce into text. And it says, "Beware the one whose flesh rots and eats those deep in the night." I'll put
Yeah,
that
I mean,
chat for
he
you.
kind of like he's squinting. His eyes go sort of cross-eyed. He has to cover his left eye while he's reading it. Ugh, I hate the carnival.
That's what he says. Okay. And so with that, I presume that you all head to the carnival. So I will let you describe yourself to the others as you meet up. You are aware these are you're never sent alone on these missions, so you do know that you're looking for other gatekeepers. I'll leave it up to you how you signal them. You do have that sigil to show or the letter to kind of indicate to your fellows that you are a gatekeeper. So let's start on my left, which just happens to be Chang, who is playing Terrance Edward Murphy.
Terrance Edward Murphy is mid-30s journalist. You can see it by by his fancy suit and camera. Lanky individual. He works with was the New York Times around back then? The
Sure.
Gothamist.
Yeah, New York Times is a damn old paper, so I'd think very definitely.
Yeah, he works for the New York Times, and he got roped into being a gatekeeper because of his wonderful investigative journalism skills.
Awesome. Okay.
His sign to other gatekeepers is the bunt in baseball, which is sort of shimmy the front part of your hat and put your right hand on your left bicep.
Okay.
This
Awesome.
seems like some kind of weird secret society you're talking about from a British point of view. I America's weird, man.
Okay, perfect. So I guess Chris, you're up next, and you're playing Drifter Dan. So Dan, you see hanging out not so far from the gate of the carnival this person who is actually, I should probably bring up the image, right? So we've got, this is Terrance. Hopefully that picture shows up for everyone. Oh, you can see the pictures because
Yep. I'm just seeing the character sheet, not the.
You
not
show me the
picture.
showing everybody the characters.
that's no good. Sorry.
You could go to the bio info. And
Yeah,
the
you just
picture
switch to the
comes up.
bio tab and it's there.
Yeah. I switched to the bio tab, but it only pulls it up with the character sheet for you guys because you all have editing rights over it. I forgot that, yeah. I'd let you have editing rights over everything so that you could see them. Regardless, they're down below for everyone who watches the stream, so at least you can
Yeah.
see the images that way.
I
So,
switched to the right
yes.
tab so you can see it. So
Perfect, thank you. So Terrance is stood there. He looks like that, and Dan, you appear and you see this guy, and he's shimmying his hat and putting his hand on his bicep, and you recognize that as being a gatekeeper symbol, gatekeeper signal to both bunt and hey, I'm a gatekeeper.
what happens when the gatekeepers go and actually play baseball though?
Oh, it's a hot mess.
Oh. Mm.
They're actually going to post baseball for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, Drifter Dan, he's probably early 40s, looks pretty run down. He's big, unkempt beard, messy hair, probably hasn't ever been professionally cut. Holes in like an old overcoat and stained, raggedy jeans. And he's going to respond with the proper call sign response, which is his left hand pulls on his left ear while his right hand taps the top of his head. And then he does the like a little shimmy with his legs, and the hands clap the dust off the front of his legs. And then he just a little finger snap, finger gun.
Amazing. So you would recognize that as
A
as being,
reciprocating signal.
yeah.
I'll approach Dan.
Okay.
I will subtly schmooze my way up next to him, just quietly.
Suddenly, after all that movement,
Mm.
We work real hard to keep this secret society secret. Yeah, I mean, when you approach, Dan will just pull out his ticket, be like, "You got a ticket to the carnival?"
Yeah, I pull out mine.
Any word if they're
All right.
sending more, or is it just you and me?
For now, Sport, it would seem it would just be the two of us.
I
As
don't
you
like
Now
say
look,
that.
now look natural. And I flash my camera. Am
As
I?
you say that, Father Allen, you see these two. You saw them doing their little waggling dance, and you approach. Tell us about yourself.
yeah, he looks up and sees the dancing. It's like, we always meet under the gate. We're gatekeepers. So just puts his head down and walks up there. He's probably mid-50s. He's got the classic clergy collar, dark suit on. And he walks up to the two of you and just holds out the letter with um, the gatekeeper sign on it real fast, and then sticks it back in his coat. It's like, yeah, my hips don't move like that anymore. How you guys doing?
Fine, fine. Well, I like our odds a little better now. 3 of us. It's a pretty big carnival.
Yeah, yeah. You guys get anything from the ticket?
I mean, yeah,
Although,
just the runes were. I had to squint and then cover an eye, but made sort of headway on it. It says, "Beware the one whose flesh rots and eats them in the night."
How
Oh,
tragic.
yeah, it's a headache. Look. Yeah, I guess avoid the hot dogs.
And that is when our last member shows up, Professor Gray.
Professor Richard Gray, former British expat, formerly of Oxford University, had to leave following a rather unfortunate occult incident that no one would believe him on. He looks like your stereotypical, like he's mid to late 30s, but looks like he's never seen sunlight. Like darkened glasses, relatively well appointed, decent suit. Like spots the weird baseball gesture and just kind of walks up to you and just says, "I will never understand the rituals for this." And he's got like a pin with the symbol of the symbol of the society on his lapel.
Much more subtle.
I suggested we just all got pins, but they seemed more interested in the whole baseball thing. Very strange.
America's favorite
fairness-
pastime sport.
In fairness, they did give me a pin when I joined up. I pawned it.
Yes, that makes sense. So, this carnival, any ideas?
I read the letter
Well,
again.
there's a couple attractions we should check out. Oh, the Haunted Mansion and the Freak Show. You want to split up or do them all together?
Probably staying together might be for the best.
Yeah, Dan's just kind of like looking up at the big sign. And he's thinking like, you think they'd be interested in hiring me to move some stuff, a little bit of stuff around? I could use a little extra cash.
They might have
Not-
some. They might have some work for you.
Maybe they have an attraction that I can swindle some rubes, get me in.
Worth a try. Not sure who you'd ask, but worth a shot.
I mean, how did that? I get no place to start, like the entrance gate. I guess let's see what we're dealing with here.
All right, you guys head on over to the entrance gate. It's barred by one of those little turnstile things. Although, as this is a traveling carnival, it's probably pretty easy to walk around it and go through one of the sides when no one is looking. But you guys have tickets, no need for that. And you head up to the gatekeeper booth. There you see a sort of tall, skinny man. He's wearing a red and white striped vest with black lapels that is very reminiscent of like the circus tent kind of stripes. You notice that his outfit is a little bit on the shabby side. It's a little bit threadbare. The elbows look a little bit worn. It's also just a touch too short at the arms, as though maybe it wasn't his originally, or he couldn't afford to buy one of the correct length or have it adjusted. But he seems like a friendly enough fellow. He's got a shock of dark black hair that's a little bit scruffy, but he's tried to sort of slick it back and make himself presentable. And he greets you guys with a great big friendly grin. And he says, "Welcome, one and all, to the Whirling Wonders Carnival and Fun Fair. You are in for a treat today. Step right up, give me your ticket, and head on inside for mystery and adventure."
Fantastic,
Oh.
son. This looks like a hoot. Hands his ticket over.
All right, he takes the ticket, and when he does, he just sort of cocks his head for a second. It's almost as if he's listening to something that you can't hear. And he says, "Ah, excellent. I see you have one of these special tickets. Well, go on in. I'm going to give you this back. Make sure you carry it on your person. It will let you in all of the rides and all of the attractions. That's all you need is that ticket right there. Don't you lose it."
All right. Much appreciated.
And he hands your ticket back to you. And he does the same for each of you. He takes your tickets, he looks at it, and he tells you that you have one of the special tickets that allows you entrance to all of the rides, all of the events. All you have to do is show that at the door, and it seems as though your society has paid for everything.
Hmm.
And with that, you walk on inside to the carnival. I love this map, by the way. I found it and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want. So when you walk into the area, it's fairly forested on the outside. And there are a bunch of different places that have been set up. You see a bunch of tents. You do see some right here. We have the carousel. Hopefully you guys can see that ping. Um,
No.
oh,
That's all right.
What is it?
carousel.
Okay, there.
This looks to be the fortune teller's tent. This large attraction in the center seems to be the haunted mansion. And it's pretty cool. It looks like it's actually two of those like traveling wagon kind of deals that sort of like open up and expand, so or items are attached to it to kind of create this mansion look, but still portable. It's quite cleverly designed. Um, oh, sorry, this one is the Hall of Mirrors down there. This one is the carousel. Sorry, I got them confused. At the back behind the carousel, we have the freak show tents. And there are also booths around for there's food, there's probably a Ferris wheel off in one corner that you can't quite see. And some of the other buildings around are like little rides, you know, those teacups that you spin around on and those kinds of things. There are also, you see that there's places where there are clowns who are tying balloon animals for children, and there's the usual games where there's, you know, shoot so many tin cans and win a prize or throw darts at balloons, that kind of thing. There is, when you walk in, the noise is as to be expected. It's quite loud. I don't have any sounds for this game because I didn't quite get that far. But you can imagine like the carousel playing and all the dinging of bells and the ringing of sirens. There's one of those strongman things where you take the hammer and you try and hit it and it goes up to the bell. There's a great big burly guy stood next to it, inviting people to challenge them. Lots of shouting, lots of yelling, lots of fun being had. So I guess my question is, where do you guys head first?
We're entering from the south, right?
You're entering from the south, correct?
I might as well check out Hall of Mirrors. Anybody?
I mean, yeah, if it's closest, why not?
Sure,
All
get a
right.
feel for the place.
You
I
step
think
up.
once we're out of earshot of the turnstile, Dan just turns to somebody and goes, I'm not sure how I feel about the special treatment.
A little concerning.
Yeah, let's everybody keep your eyes out. Not that we wouldn't anyway, but still, this doesn't feel right.
DM, would I have seen anyone else with a ticket? Would I have noticed any like physical difference between the ticket I was given and the ticket that other people were given?
You would have noticed the tickets that were in the booth if you took a time to examine them. Do you want to give me what's the checks we can do here? I usually have like a list of skills printed out to
Spot
remind me.
hidden or
Spot hidden. Let's call it that. Yes.
Okay. Not great at this, but let's roll it anyway. Hey, I'll take a hard success.
Nice. So if you recall, with a hard success, you kind of get like two
Right. I've
things. You get
literally
your
played this
success.
once years ago, so I have no idea.
Okay, so the way that this works is you get, with a hard success, you get, not only do you find out what you're trying to find out, but you kind of get like a little bonus on top of it.
Right.
Um, you can push a roll. So if you fail a roll, you can spend some of your luck points to bring it up to a success.
Right.
But then your luck points are down, and if you need to roll a luck roll, it's harder.
Sure. I don't seem to have any luck points on my sheet. My luck is blank.
Oh, we didn't roll luck. I made the macro and everything. We forgot. Let's all roll luck right now before I do deal with this
Okay.
spot hidden. So everyone roll that macro.
Macro
Oh,
is broken.
let me fix the macro by adding in the bracket that I forgot. Okay, do it now.
10.
Oh, I did +5. Hang on, I right mucked this off.
Oh.
It's 3D. It's 3d6 times 5.
Ah, that makes a bit more sense.
Try it again now.
So I have 30.
5 times 5, so I got 25.
Take the 60. It's better than
Nice.
what I had before.
Okay. I mean,
Okay, so you can add those luck points to your sheet,
Mhm.
and those luck points are rolled at the beginning of every session.
I'll
So
take
when you
75
use
then.
them,
Yeah, you know
oh,
what? I'm going
nice,
to roll as well.
sweet,
85.
nice. Those are much better rolls.
Yeah.
Also seems really on track that the drifter is the one with the worst luck.
That does kind of work out, doesn't it? So we will. You can freely spend those luck points, because next time we play, we will re-roll that. They kind of reset at the beginning of every new adventure or every new session. So yeah, so if you ever do want to push a roll, just say, I'm going to spend some of my luck points, and then you put that many luck points, and it's 1 for 1 into what you've rolled to make it beat your.
How does it modify? So like it reduces your roll to be underneath the total, or
Yeah. So it would be, so you've got a 35 as
Mhm.
your like success meter.
target? Yeah. Yeah.
So let's say you had rolled a 40.
Yeah.
You could spend 5 points to bring it down to a 35
Right.
to
I
call
see.
it a success.
Right. Understood. Okay.
Okay. So with your hard success on your spot hidden, you notice two things. First of all, yes, your ticket is different than the sort of standard roll of tickets that is being handed out to everyone else. And in fact,
Okay.
you notice that people are quite often buying, like, instead of buying an entrance pass, what they're doing is they're buying like a strip of tickets so that they can spend them on the different rides and things.
Okay.
You notice, and as you step inside, there are places where you can buy more of them if you want to purchase more so that you can do the game or the ride or whatever. And some things cost 2 tickets and some things cost 1 ticket. But the other thing that really catches your eye is that you don't see any tickets like yours anywhere else. There's no mention of it in the pricing list that's listed, kind of, how they would have, like, on the wall, they would have, like, buy 10 tickets for $2, 40 tickets for less than
Yeah.
that, things. My math just stopped. So you notice that there's no option for a, like, free pass kind of ticket. And yet that seems to be what you have.
Interesting. Someone pulled some strings. Is there like a clear denomination on the ticket that, like, we have unlimited everything, or like I was looking mainly for like the marking on the ticket, or whether or not they just said, oh yeah, you're fine.
They basically just said, "Oh yeah, you're fine. This is a special ticket."
Right. Okay. But the ticket looks the same as other people's ones.
Yours has those stranger runes on the bottom.
Right. But the others don't.
Correct.
Right. Cool.
Okay, so having noted this about your ticket, you head to the Hall of Mirrors. There is a person standing there, sort of taking tickets as people go in. And when it's a young woman this time, she's kind of scrawny. She looks to be sort of like maybe late teens, um, wearing way too much makeup, um, dressed fairly conservatively, but also kind of in like, circusy type colors. It's a little bit of an odd outfit. She's got her hair pulled back in a ponytail, and she's not really saying much. She's just like taking people's tickets and ripping them. This Hall of Mirrors seems to cost 2 tickets to go in, and she kind of says in a monotone as people are walking up, "Enjoy, enjoy the Hall of Mirrors. Enjoy the spooky fun. Don't get lost in the Hall of Mirrors," that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And you guys approach, and she takes your ticket, and she looks at it, and her eyes kind of widen a little bit, and she hands the ticket back and says, and she seems to treat you with a little bit more interest than she has shown the other patrons. And she says, "Go ahead, go on in, enjoy our Hall of Mirrors. It's spooky fun for everyone."
Damn. Sounds like there's
Hmm.
hounds in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I turned off my noise suppression last night to try and make it work. I did.
Hmm.
Hang on, let me turn that back on, and hopefully that'll help. We were playing with all of our settings trying to stop the horrible dropping that we had from Discord last night.
I want to say I'll take her picture.
She kind of like smiles and poses for the picture. She doesn't seem to be upset by this. In fact, she's, your average vain teenage girl who seems to appreciate having her photo taken.
Yeah. Nice. I'm a journalist. I got to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys head on into the Hall of Mirrors. The building on the inside, and it's a tent that has been set up, but there's walls, and where you can see the mirrors laid out, they are sort of on what's been made to be like faux brick walls. There's ornate mirrors around the edges, and then there's like a mirror maze in the center. Um, it's kind of typical fun fair. Everything is a little bit scuffed, a little bit damaged. There's dust and there's dirt. It looks great from a distance, and when you start looking it up close, it's really, really shabby and worn down. Um, as I said, there's sort of like this mirror maze in the center, and there's those typical mirrors that bend and twist your body. The mirrors are bent and twisted, and so you look bent and twisted, and you walk through a few of those. And then you hit the mirror maze portion where you try and find your way through the mirrors. Because the mirrors are so dirty, it's not really that difficult. You can see a lot of like handprints and things on the mirrors. Do you guys do any investigating? Do you just kind of wander through? What do you guys do as you look through the Hall of Mirrors?
I mean, probably check out the outer mirrors first, like the ornate ones.
Yep.
Figuring they're probably the hardest to set up and probably the best maintained. I think when we first walk in, Dan just turns to the group and goes, "Is it just me, or did she grow like a personality when she saw those tickets?"
She
Yeah,
seemed
same with the
to,
ticket
yes.
taker too.
Well, I suppose the top brass procured us the VIP tickets. Very important
But
person.
how though? I didn't see them available on any of the booths out there. It's just
I'm
a
glad
little
just us and
suspicious.
not anybody else.
Feels like we're getting lured in, if you ask me.
It does.
You're saying this is a setup?
Feels
I
like
got
it.
a nose for these things. There's a reason I don't stick in towns for very long.
Well, if what it's worth, stay away from the hooch.
Translation?
The alcohol, sport.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
The booze, the whiskey.
I've
I'll
been here a
bring
while,
out a
but your
cigarette.
country's still just baffling. I'm sorry.
Any of the mirrors look like different than the others as we walk around? Like
So
that are
definitely,
showing a different reflection?
definitely the ones on the outer wall are a little bit more ornate. So you go around and you take a look at those. Checks again, sorry.
Oh, my
Let's try-
apologies. Forgive me for being rude. Anybody want one?
Hey man, if you're offering.
I'll keep a clear head, thank you.
Oh yeah, I'll
Cigarettes,
take one.
cigarettes. Lucky Strikes, America's favorite cigarette.
More of a
Not
Marlboro
sponsored.
man, but any port in a storm.
Okay, can I please have a, let's call it an occult roll from you, please?
I think I know better than to make this roll this time, so Dan's just sort of wandering around looking in the mirrors.
Okay. Then I need a
Are
sanity
we all
check.
rolling up?
Nice.
Seen weirder things out in the woods. It's fine.
Dan, you peer into one of the mirrors, and the mirror sort of shifts a little bit, and you see your face, but then you see your face like painted with clown paint. Your hair has become sort of like patchy and bright red and curly, and you have sort of like pointed teeth. And then that sort of image fades, and you're looking at yourself again.
It's been so long since Dan's looked into a mirror that he's just kind of like, wait, is that what I look like? Oh man, I'm getting old.
Oh, when you got a hard success. Oh, but it was a sanity roll. Never mind. Okay, so Dan's looking in the mirrors on the outer wall. What about the rest of you? What are you doing?
I inquire. Dear Daniel, do you find anything?
Yeah, way more gray hairs than I remember.
Oh, nonsense. You look marvelous. How old are you again?
42, I think. What year is it?
Never mind. 1923. Is it?
42.
I don't know, Kirsty.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I mean, 42 sounds about right. Say, hey, hold on a second. My teeth aren't all filed sharp, right?
Don't seem to be.
Well,
Sort of looked
we'll have
like
to
it
see
in the mirror for a
We'll have to
minute
see
there.
them.
Yeah, he kind of like opens his mouth and shoves his fingers in his mouth and just like spreads it out.
Dear God, you ever heard of a toothbrush?
I had one a couple years ago. Lost it on one of the trains.
Well, we should look into buying you one in case the rest of them fall out. God forbid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The ones I have all hurt.
Maybe filing him to a point would be an improvement.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a journal. I'm a fucking journalist. I'll take a picture of inside the hall of mirrors.
Okay. You take a photo of inside the Hall of Mirrors. I'm gonna need a sanity check from you too.
Okay, what's my sanity again? Okay, I see the thingy. I forgot how we did it last time. Oh, edit mode was on the whole time. Sorry.
Oh, right. Yes, you have to change your edit
Okay.
mode. Hard success as well. Nicely done. You take a photo. Obviously, you can't have it developed right away, so you don't know quite what you've caught on your camera. But in the sort of flash, you have this brief moment where you think you see something moving through the mirrors. Just a scuttling sound, a quickness, and then it's gone, and you can't quite determine what it was.
Oh, what was that? What was that? I have a cigarette in my mouth. Did anybody see that?
I'm guessing we didn't.
I guess not.
Nope.
Why, that gave me the heebie-jeebies. Like a creature moving through the mirrors.
Hmm.
You think that kid came in here fucking with us?
I don't
Maybe.
believe so.
Is there anybody else in here?
Not at the moment, no.
Yes, we seem to be alone. Sound, you said skittering, right?
Yeah.
Like a small animal. A rat, perhaps? This place is not
Is
exactly
there
up to code.
is there any room like behind the mirrors? Are they like on a stand next to the tent wall or hanging on the tent?
Can you make me a spot hidden, please?
That's a good idea. I would like to do it as well. Nope.
So close.
You look behind the mirrors, and they seem to be firmly attached to the wall. You can't find um, any space in behind there where anything is concealed.
I'm beginning to think the top brass didn't send us here for fun.
Agree.
Now then, shall we?
What are we looking for
Well,
exactly?
at least this confirms there's something weird going on here.
Yes.
What's
Well, if we can't
next?
stop it, we could at least document it. As I also pull out a notepad and a pencil for my ear. All right. Oh, by the way, I would not recommend eating anything on the fairgrounds. The last mission I went on, I accidentally consumed human meat. Ghastly. Quite ghastly.
Pretty chewy and gamey, isn't it?
It tasted like pork,
I mean, you gotta cook it
unfortunately.
right, like anything.
So just be careful, fellas. Eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
So start trying to navigate this maze, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do try to stay within arm's reach of each other. I'd rather not lose one of you in here.
Yes, perhaps we should hold hands.
Of course. That won't draw suspicion.
So who's in the lead here then?
Well, which one of us can fight? Good on a
I mean,
tussle.
Good
I'm
question.
not. I'm
Silence
not
across
bad
the room.
at it. I try
Unsurprisingly,
to.
not the priest.
I try to avoid fighting when I can. Usually ends up with me and the old booze gal. So
Guess we'll follow
Then
you.
perhaps Daniel shall be in the front.
Hmm.
All right. So Dan goes in the front. So Dan, I'm going to need you to make me a navigate check, please.
oh jeez. Yep, that's about right.
So you begin to walk through this twisted maze of mirrors. As you walk through it, you find it should be simple. You should be able to see what is a mirror and what is not, and make your way through it. There's, like I said, there's handprints and things on on the mirrors, smeared little children's hands that touch greasy food and then touch other things. Um, and so, you can kind of spot what's a mirror, but it just seems like this maze is endless, or you've gone in circles or something, because you find that it's taking you a really long time to get through. And it's you're twisted up. You don't know what direction you're in. And then you spot something uncomfortable. One of the mirrors, you see a handprint. This one doesn't look so much like a child. It's a little bit larger. It's still small enough that you suspect maybe a woman's hand or a small man, but it's high enough up that you don't think it's a really young person. And uh, it's sort of in like a reddish browny color. And you think that it might be blood.
This is probably like the fourth or fifth time that Dan's just like walked directly into a mirror. Ow. Oh, whoa, hold up. We got something. Don't look like blood to anybody else. And Dan's just gonna like smear his hand or his finger through it real quick.
Well, don't touch it, boy. Don't touch us, boy. Just-
Dan, you run your finger through it, and it's dried and crusty, but it definitely seems like it is blood. You can give me I think there's medicine checks if you would like to know for sure.
May I as well, since I actually have a
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if
first
there's something
aid.
else I can argue as a skill that I can use for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Can
roll
I
my first
argue
I don't
aid.
think my
brawl?
one medicine's going to help here.
Yeah, I'd say,
No.
can I argue brawl? I know blood when I see it.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, there is a medicine check. Never mind. I have a 1 in that. Forget it.
um, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy Brawl.
Dang.
It definitely does seem to be blood. I will give you that. You're pretty sure. You're not 100%.
All right, step away for a second.
Yeah. Steps back.
Actually, Terrance, you rolled a 48 out of 30. You could push that if you wanted. It would cost you a decent amount of skill points, but it's luck points, but
Nah,
it's possible.
I'm not gonna push it for this. Not at the moment.
All right, so you take a look. It does seem like blood, but it's like I said, it's dried and crusty, and you're not 100% certain. Pretty sure it's probably blood. Um,
How thick is the blood? Is it like a light coating on the hand? Might be like a superficial cut, or is it like caked on there?
um, it's it's a partial handprint. It's pretty thick, but it's also you don't see any other blood anywhere else. Like there's no smattering of blood on the mirrors that you see other than this one handprint. It is slightly out of the way. It's possible that it was cleaned and this is all that is left.
Well, I mean, group, good news is we got a clue that something bad probably happened here. The bad news is I'm a little lost.
Yeah, you don't say. I'm gonna take a picture of the bloody hand.
And
Stand back.
Okay, you take a picture of the bloody handprint that you will be able to use for your records should you survive this carnival.
now, does this look like an area we've been before, like circling around lost?
Make me a
Or
navigate check.
this should go poorly.
Oof.
You have no idea. It unfortunately the problem with the Hall of Mirrors is it all looks the same. So it's possible that you have been here before and you just missed the handprint, or it's possible you're in a new area of the maze and this is your first time seeing it.
Okay, maybe we need to like stop relying on our eyes. Can we hear anything? Like crowd noises or
Yeah, you can. It's a little bit
seagulls?
the sound is a little bit muted in here, but you can definitely hear the sounds of the carnival. Um, Unfortunately, this building is circular and the carnival is all around it. So you can hear the sound of carnival, but it seems to be coming from everywhere.
I mean, we could always try and treat this like we used to treat the corn mazes, and you just pick a direction and walk in it. Damn anything that's in the way.
That's kind of what I was thinking about too.
Professor, do you have a better way out of here?
The left-hand rule generally works in mazes, from what I've heard. Put your left hand on a wall, then just keep walking, and eventually you'll get somewhere.
Not sure how keen I am about touching these mirrors, but it's worth a shot.
No, that doesn't fill me with joy either.
Are you afraid one of the mirrors is gonna like suck you into it or something? It's a mirror.
Or
A
something
little bit
reach
of
out and
tin on the back of
bite.
a glass.
This place is horrible enough as it is. Anything else could happen.
Well, I mean, I suppose let's just try the left-hand rule for a bit. Then Dan will just stick his hand out and start running his hand along the mirrors as we walk. It leaves like a greasy streak across every mirror he touches.
Oh, okay.
How delightful.
That's actually impressive in a way.
I mean, it at least gives us a marker of where we've been before, I suppose.
That's true. It's better than breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
All right. So Dan puts his hand on the mirrors and starts to navigate. Dan, you can go ahead and roll another navigate check, and this time I'm going to give you a +10 bonus for your left hand.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
that didn't help.
Oh.
We're even more lost.
So the problem with the left hand rule is that it doesn't work all the time. And you actually find that you've navigated through kind of like the left half of the maze, and you find yourself back at that bloody handprint. You see the marks where Dan has put his hand on the wall, and you realize that this time that trick is not going to work for you.
Dan reaches back to the starting point and goes, "Ah, I forgot. I'm right-handed."
Ah, of course, it only works. 9 times out of 10, it works every time, or so I hear.
Well, do you want to try the
Can
other
try
one?
with the right hand.
Yeah,
I
just
mean-
give it a shot.
Worth a try. It can't be worse, right? We can't get more lost.
Well, I mean, you say that. I'm pretty sure we can, but if it comes to it, we just start going straight and kicking down anything that gets in front of us.
True.
As you guys begin to walk, you find yourselves in the presence of a clown. Hang on, I'm gonna bring an image up here for you. He's smoking a cigarette, kind of leaning against one of the walls. It seems as though he's coming here for a rest from the outside of the carnival. He's just leaning against one of the mirrors. And when he sees the group of you approaching, he sort of like throws his cigarette to the ground and stomps it out and says, welcome to the Festival of Mirrors. Are you enjoying the maze?
Like when he stomps out the cigarette, Dan goes, "Hey, whoa, amigo, come!" And he picks up like whatever's left of the butt, and he tries to like straighten it out a little bit. You got a light?
Yeah, he pulls out a lighter and he says, "Allow me." And he flicks the flame. It's one of those old-fashioned square lighters.
Zippos.
Zippos, that's the word I was looking for. Yes. And the flame goes, and when the flame catches in the mirror, I need everyone to make me a sanity check, please.
Drifter Dan's taking all of us down.
Oh, dead on my target. Holy shit.
Ooh, extreme success.
Extreme success. So, we've got 2 failures from Dan and Terrance. The other 2 have succeeded. So Dan and Terrance, you guys are going to take 1d6 points of sanity damage as in the light of the mirrors when that Zippo, so it'd be 2 points of damage each. When that Zippo is lit, you see the reflection of the clown's face in one of the mirrors, but it's rotted. Like big chunks of flesh are falling off of his face, and you just get this overwhelming smell of like putrefaction. It's disgusting, and it makes you feel like retching. And then as soon as the cigarette is lit and the flame goes out, and it happens very quickly, then you're just looking at his regular reflection again. Professor Gray, you don't notice anything strange happening. However, Father Allen, you do notice something. You notice a whiff of that smell of decay. And you see the clown sort of like smiling, and he's not really looking. You know how, like, normally if you're lighting someone's cigarette, you're looking at the lighter and the cigarette, making sure you don't burn them? He's not. He's looking at the faces of the other two, watching their expressions.
Hmm.
Once the cigarette is lit, the clown says, "Well, back to work for me. Enjoy your time in the Hall of Mirrors." And he steps away into the maze and disappears.
Should we try and follow him, maybe?
I'll run him down again.
Yeah, disappear, or just goes around a corner.
Goes around a corner. You guys can absolutely try and follow him if you like.
Say, bird. Say, bird.
Yes.
We seem to be a little bit lost in this wonderful contraption you've built. Any chance you could direct us back to the outside?
Oh, half the fun is finding your way through yourself. You wouldn't want me to ruin that for you, would you?
Yes, but you see, we are no longer 8 years old.
Well, then, navigating your way out shouldn't be a problem.
Ah, yes. The fun of the game, is it?
Indeed. We all love a good chuckle around here. A little laugh.
Very funny, very funny. Take a long drag of my own cigarette. We're gonna follow him, right?
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Yeah.
he sort of heads out. Can I get, first of all, from anyone who has, well, anyone who would like to, can roll me an occult check
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I can give it a shot.
or a
Yeah, no.
Cthulhu mythos check? I don't think anyone has any points in that though.
No.
Nah.
No.
Oof, nope.
And Dan is too busy kind of like quietly spitting on the floor over in the corner, and takes a look at the butt of the cigarette he was smoking. He's like, I think that guy had some manure or something on his boot when he stomped on it. That smelled really weird when he lit it.
All right. So Father Allen, when the clown talks about mirth and laughter, you think about Nisath, the jester in flesh. With a hard success, I'm going to give you a little bit more. So you know that Nisath is a fragment of a greater outer thing. Nisath is called the jester in flesh because it cloaks itself in mirth, disguising its hunger behind painted smiles. And it creates rot and festering. And you begin to wonder if you are dealing with some kind of embodiment of that creature or some kind of sliver of its persona.
Well, as soon as we're out of earshot of the creepy clown, I'll tell the rest of the group that.
Okay, so you're gonna follow him first and then kind of fill in the group once you get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get who's leading the way here.
Dan? I think
Oh,
Chris, I think you do actually have the highest navigate, right?
Yeah,
I
mine
think
is like
so with a
10.
40, but it's not doing us any good with my rolls.
I mean, I got a 10. I have a 10. So
Same.
Same.
Father? Okay, yeah, we're all 10s. All right,
Okay,
Chris,
well, here we go.
lead us to the promised land.
There you go.
All right.
Oh.
So let's get another navigate, and I'm gonna give you a +10 bonus as you
Ooh.
try and follow the clown.
I mean,
by
even with the
16.
+10, that's not going to help.
Only fell by
That was-
16. You could luck that if you wanted.
You're gonna push it by.
Yeah, okay. I'll spend the luck to bring it down. What 16 luck I have to get rid of?
I
Jeez.
think so.
Okay, you spend 15 luck. So there's a moment where you're following the clown and everything seems to be good, and he seems to realize you're following him. And he does something a little bit strange. He actually pulls back one of the mirrors and slips behind one of the mirrors and disappears. And you lose him for a second, but then you notice that the mirror is slightly out of place. And you use it to follow him into sort of the back of the tent. And you're able to get out through sort of like the worker area rather than through where the patrons would normally go. But you do manage to get yourselves back outside and into the carnival proper once more. When you do step outside the tent, the sounds of the carnival sort of come back up loud and raucous. And it's a little bit jarring. That Hall of Mirrors was somehow they managed to dampen the sound. And so, as soon as you step out and that sound kind of hits you again, it's a little bit disorienting. But you begin to see that the laughter and the joy that's happening here is sort of like a sort of fragile layer on top of something else, and it could so easily be cracked and broken. And I guess this is where, Alan, you are going to fill the other players in on what you believe.
Do we pass by the clown as we walk back out?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just give him a little. I'll just give him a little sass back. Appreciate that. Appreciate the direction, sport.
He says,
No one likes a cheater.
I just shoot him a little. A wise ass look. Smoking on my. Take a long drag of my cigarette again.
he looks at you and he smiles, and it's a creepy, creepy clown smile. And then he just sort of like turns to some children and says,
Who wants a balloon animal?
the kids, me.
It's pretty frightening for children. I'm gonna be honest. That voice.
He's a creepy clown.
Smokes 6 packs a day.
Oh,
so
what's the
the
ladies from The Simpsons? You know, the ones with the
Patty and Selma.
Patty and
Oh yeah,
Selma.
the sisters.
All right, so the good father fills us in.
Yeah, about Niseth the Jester in flesh. This whole thing could be a way to summon it.
I'm not going to pretend like I know what you're saying, Father, but I hope anything in that good book could help us today. In the good book. I hope you have it on you, at least.
Oh, sure, yeah. I know he pulls out a copy of like the racing form for like the day's races. You mean this one? I hear there's a long shot in the 6th that's going to come up big money if it hits.
Not the book I was describing, Father, but good enough, I guess.
Oh right, yeah. I was thinking that religion would help me in here, but for some reason it's not a skill that's available to me. Well, we'll see.
Hey, sorry, Father. What are the odds on American Pharaoh?
American Pharaoh. 17-1. Not great.
But I mean, I had a hunch. I'm thinking maybe, and we're just gonna start walking and talking about odds.
Okay. And I guess the question is, where do you guys want to go next? Do you have a few options, a few suggestions?
Oops.
So we've got, I'll just remind you of where you've got on the map here. You've got the fortune teller is to your right over here. You have the haunted mansion in the center. You have a carousel up here, and you have the freak show in behind.
I mean,
And then, of course, there are, like I said, there's the games, there's the sort of booths that sell food. You got that smell of like cotton candy and hot dogs that sort of like permeates the air. Everything just selling sort of like, I don't know, sickly sweet and with a slight odor underneath it of rot.
You're not sure whether it's coming from Dan or not. Let's. Dan's vote is the fortune teller because he does not want to get lost in another maze, and the sounds of the haunted house sounds not great to him.
worth a go. The letter said to go to the freak show, the haunted mansion, and the seer Madame Rosina. So go for her, I guess.
So you see some posters pointing the way. I know it says Alexander, but I really liked this. This is actually an old vintage poster. So imagine it says Madame Rosina.
Mm.
And you head on over to her
On our
tent.
way over, can I just query a couple of people? At least one kid, one adult
Sure.
attendees, if they've anything seemed out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Anything.
So you stop a young boy. He looks to be maybe 9 or 10. He's running around with some friends.
Hey
And
there, kid. Let me ask you a question.
you a journalist, mister?
Ah, yes, I'm doing an expose on this carnival, and I want to feature one or at least two lucky guests.
Will my picture be in the paper, mister?
Oh, you betcha.
And he sort of like stands and strikes a pose. Hands on his hips.
When I do that sound with my mouth, that means I'm taking the picture.
Gotcha. And he says, you need to interview me too, mister?
Oh, you betcha. Listen, kid, have you noticed anything strange around these parts? Something out of the ordinary for a carnival such as this? I assume you've seen the World's Fair at some point, or at least heard of it, been there, perhaps. Hmm? Very
Well,
sweet.
this
Content.
carnival comes through every year, and they got some new attractions this year. So the first year they've had the haunted house. I'm really excited to go in. I haven't been in there yet.
So nothing different, just the same as always, aside
Well, the
from
haunted house is new.
additions. Well, aside
Yeah.
from that,
I mean, I don't remember much about it from before. I was pretty little. I was only 9 then.
yes,
Now I'm 10.
formative age. If he's really nothing else, then take his picture, got the interview. Thank you very much, dear boy. What's your name again?
Peter. Peter
Peter.
Smith.
Peter, very nice to meet you. I'm Terrance.
Nice to meet you, Terrance. I can't wait to see my picture in the paper. And he runs
You
off.
shall. And then I'll try to stop an adult and go through this, do the same thing.
Sure, yeah. So you stop
anything.
a grown up. This one is a harried looking mother of 2 children who are wandering around. They're playing one of the games and she's sort of stood there watching them and she's kind of rubbing her head a little bit like, she's got a little bit of a headache. She's been leading these kids around all day. But she's like smiling and clapping. Oh, good shot, honey. Well done. Try again. And she turns as you approach and she says, hello, can I help you?
Excuse me, miss. May I procure you for an interview? I'm doing an expose on the carnival.
Oh, certainly. And she kind of like, touches her hair a little bit. And, yes, I would love to give an interview. I've never been interviewed before. Oh, I hope I don't mess it up.
Well, smile for the camera, doll.
Uh, she smiles through the camera and she says, "Oh, that flash is bright. Is my hair okay?"
You look ravishing, my dear.
Oh,
Now,
thank you.
I have a simple question for you. Have you noticed anything? I've been made aware that this carnival has been through this town on a yearly basis. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, aside from
Well,
new additions such as the haunted house?
there's a talk of last year. There were two people that went missing. Last time they were seen was at the carnival. And this year there's been another person going missing. And they said the last time he was seen was at the carnival, but
I'm scribbling. I'm
that's
scribbling.
could possibly be coincidence. I mean, there's lots of places to be seen. It just so happens they were last seen at the carnival. But there's been some talk. I'm making sure I'm keeping a good eye on my kids, though. I'll tell you that. Other than that, I mean, they've got some new rides this year. Everything else seems to be pretty much the same, though.
Yes. Have you been inside? Have you been inside any of these attract amusements by any chance?
Yes, we've done the Hall of Mirrors. We did the Fortune Seer, and we're playing these games now, and then we're doing the Haunted House next.
Wonderful. Uh, did you perhaps by any chance notice strange things within the Hall of Mirrors? Skittering, perhaps? Now, don't tell anyone I told you. However, there may have been talk of rat infestations around here.
Oh, oh, I hate rats. Um,
Oh yeah. Don't we all?
I didn't hear any skittering, but I thought it sounds ridiculous. I thought I heard someone banging on the other side of one of the mirrors, but when I turned and looked, there was no one there. I think it might have just been one of the staff working on something. But you can see it's bothering her. Like she says that, but it's almost like she's rationalizing.
Yeah. So, yes, I'll try to. I'll put her at ease and say, yes, possibly one of the repairmen. Naturally, between you and me, this place is a little dilapidated.
Oh, maybe we won't go on the Ferris wheel then. That sounds like it could be dangerous.
Yes, perhaps not. You take the little tykes out for some sodas and hot dogs.
She says, "Good idea," and she rubs her head again. She's got that headache, and she sort of gives it a little bit of a rub. She's, "Sorry, I'm just not quite myself today."
No worries, no worries. Have you all? Are you feeling all right, miss?
Just a bit of a headache. It's probably just all the noise.
Hmm. Then perhaps it's time to take your leave of absence with the little
Yes.
ones.
Well, thank you. It's been lovely talking to you.
Yes. Now be sure to check out the inquiry by the end of the week.
Absolutely. I'm very excited. I've never been in the paper before. Thank you.
Yes, and what's your name, beautiful?
Oh, my name is Mary. Mary. I already used Smith. Mary Johnson.
Well, wonderful, Mary. I'm Terrance. Look for my article.
Pleased to meet you, Terrance.
All right. I turn back to the group. There seems to be something in the works here. I'm not exact, and it's not it's not anything good. So seriously, stay away from the food and the rest of the amusements.
I
Good
mean,
plan.
she said what? 2 people went missing last year with the carnival. That's pretty low numbers for the traveling carnival.
Yes, but normally you don't go missing at a carnival, do you? At least you're not
It happens all the
supposed to.
time.
Yeah.
Kid who has
I
dreams of
believe the
seeing the big
target is.
city, they join up with the carnival and start traveling. Also, carnies are crazy and will sometimes just drag somebody out into the back and kill them. But I mean, 2's pretty low.
I suppose that's a glass half full way to look at it. Usually you want to target 0 missing people, but I guess 2 is close to 0.
I mean, have you seen the state of the world we live in? Two's pretty good. I think that's the best we can hope for.
Father, perhaps it is a good time now to send a little message upstairs for our safety.
He looks around for a building with stairs. What? Oh, right. Yes. And he
I
will.
point up into the sky.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and he'll do something that sounds like Latin, and cross himself. You're pretty sure it's right, but it does it really fast.
I would like to check that. I am proficient in Latin.
Nice.
Awesome. Alan, how good is your Latin?
Oh,
Um,
didn't catch it. It's okay. You spoke too quickly. I didn't catch it.
I said it
You spoke too quick.
exactly.
All right, and with that, you guys head on over towards the fortune teller's caravan, and this is a good time for us to take our break. So let's take 10 here. We'll meet back at 22 the hour, and we will pick up from there.
Okay. See you guys
Sure.
shortly.
Just
Okay, and welcome back, everybody. We are halfway through our one shot here for Call of Cthulhu, and our investigators, you guys have been investigating a strange carnival. There's been some disappearances that have happened sort of surrounding the carnival both this year and last year. And you are members of a secret society that has been sent to go and have a look and see if you can figure out what's going on. So I've brought you back here to the homepage. I'll bring you back over to the carnival proper. You've gone through the Hall of Mirrors, found some interesting things. You found a bloody handprint, or what may be a bloody handprint. You talked to a creepy clown. And then our journalist, and I'm trying to remember your name, Terrance. Terrance interrogated a couple people. He talked to a kid who didn't really have much to say about the carnival other than that the Haunted Mansion was new this year. And then you also talked to a woman who sort of told you about the disappearances and how, the last place those people were seen was at the carnival. You guys had sounded like you were headed over to speak with the seer, Madame Rosalina. I think, is that still the plan?
I think so.
Sounds good.
Uh, so you go to Madame Rosina's tent, or I guess she's got the little, what's the word I'm looking for? Caravan, I guess, about down here. And there's sort of like one of those beaded curtains draped over the door, and there's posters on the wall advertising her as a crystal seer. And there's a couple people in line, so you have to wait not very long, and then it is your turn. You show your admin tickets that, once again, just unlike everyone else who's tearing them off and paying with them, yours seem to be a go ahead, walk on in ticket.
Taking
And
pictures
all
of the
right,
outside.
taking all the pictures. Yeah.
Yep.
You take a bunch
Yeah, I
of
think
pictures of the outside of the caravan. Nothing really jumps out to you, but it's kind of interesting looking place. It's got like scarves and things hanging into the windows to presumably block off either the living quarters or what's going on inside. And then the whole outside of the thing is plastered with pictures advertising Madame Rosina and her unique abilities.
I think
And
before we go in,
yeah,
I'll stop somebody, maybe a couple or an individual who comes out. Just be like, "Hey, friend, sorry, well, what is this place?"
yeah. So a young couple comes out. They look to be sort of like early 20s, and they're holding hands and like giggling and laughing. Um, And the guy sort of says, this is a fortune seer." He kind of like points to the wall, like, look at all the posters.
Oh yeah, no,
And
sorry, letters not really my strong suit.
oh, 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 my bad, my bad. Yeah, it's a fortune teller's place. And the girl says, "Oh my goodness, it was incredible. She knew so much. I don't know how she figured it out. She knew that we were secretly engaged. And she knew about my dead grandmother and about my dead dog, and she said that they're watching over me. It was wonderful."
Quick scan. Is she wearing a ring?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, I mean that's great. You guys get a good fortune. You sure look like you did.
We did, yeah. She said we were going to be very happy together.
Oh great. Well, I mean, thanks. I can't wait to check it out. You two enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, evening, whatever it is.
Thanks, you too. Bye. And they take off. It is we'll say it's afternoonish. Afternoonish.
Go wander back to the group. Sounds like a run of the mill charlatan, but can't hurt to check it out.
All right. So you guys head on inside Madame Rosina's tent. Bring you over there now.
Yep.
Here we go. The inside is quite frankly a bit much. It's like it's got cushions on the floor to sit on. It's got these hanging lanterns. It's got curtains and fabrics draped everywhere. It's very attempting to look like a Middle Eastern style without really narrowing down on what that means per se. Madame Rosina herself is sitting at the center of the room behind this table. She's probably on this cushion, the red cushion over here. There's a crystal ball sat on the table in front of her. You also see there's like some arcane symbols that are scrawled on the walls and on bits of paper. Some of them are painted in gold. Others have like lights, so they're carved and they have like lights flickering behind them to give it like an eerie look. Can I get everyone to make me an occult check, please?
Hell yeah.
Ain't nobody.
Anybody interested in pushing any of those? That's a lot of luck points, I think.
That's a lot of luck.
Yeah, it's 20... 27... No, 20... 25 plus
22 for
25
you,
plus 7, yeah,
23 for me.
30... Yeah, no, not doing it. Not doing it.
Okay. So you look around you in this room. It's sort of what you would expect from a fortune teller, especially in the in 1923. It's pretty hokey. Again, everything is just that little bit shabby. A lot of these curtains that are hanging, you can see are a little bit threadbare. It looks as though there's some scorch marks where they've gotten a little bit too close to some of the lights. Um, the pillows you're sitting on are kind of lumpy and uncomfortable. But the woman behind the desk thing is sort of makes up for a lot of that. She's this really gaunt woman. She's got dark rings under her eyes. And she's got her hair wrapped up in like a turban with like a big sort of jeweled piece at the center of it. She's wearing sort of like flowing robes. Her costume is a little bit in better shape than maybe anything else you've seen here. It's still not fantastic. It's still not real silk or anything like that. But at least it looks in decent repair. Um, and she invites you all to sit down. Greetings, all. My name is Madame Rosina. Please sit before me at my table and allow me to read your fortunes. You
If
guys
nobody
sit
else
down?
steps forward, yeah, Dan like steps over the cushion and sits down.
Okay. She puts her hand on the crystal ball in front of her and she stares into it. And she says, "You are a traveler much like myself. You wander from place to place, calling nowhere your home. I see loneliness, but I also see companionship made along the way." And she sort of looks up at you like, "How'd I do?"
I think Dan looked over his shoulder. Dang, she's pretty good.
And then she says, "And I see I see you entering the haunted mansion. You will attend that place."
I paid for a
You
ticket,
will-
didn't I? Of course I'm going in there.
Well, you will enjoy yourself there. I see many possibilities, many opportunities. Beware the haunted mansion. It promises to be a spooky time.
Hey, so just a quick question. Pharaoh. I mean, odds are 17 to 1, but is really a long shot? Like, you think
I'm
Pharaoh's gonna take
sorry.
it today?
The powers do not let me use my powers to gain money from them.
Oh, but
I
you're
cannot
not
give
gonna
you
gain the
advice
money.
on
It'll be
racing.
me. It'll be fine. It's a wash.
Now the powers will not permit me to do such a thing.
Damn. Still putting money on Pharaoh, and Dan stands up and kind of like starts to walk to the back. Like, I don't know, one of you guys want to go?
Who is next to sit before me?
I'll go. I wanted to see this for myself.
Okay. So you sit
Uh,
down.
I give her my hand. I leave my cigarette hanging off my mouth.
She says, "Ah, I shall read your palm." And she holds your hand. Her hands are ice cold. And she says, "Yes, I see much in your palm. I see you are a working man, a man of letters. I see letters in your life, many letters. A writer, perhaps, of some kind."
Yes, a journalist.
Ah, yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, perhaps it's due to the no. It can't be due to the pencil I have stuck behind my ear. Nothing, or the giant camera I have around my neck.
I had not noticed. But the palm does not lie. And she says, "Yes, a good, strong lifeline. You are in good health. And your money line is promising you shall be comfortable for much of your life. You shall not have to worry about coin. And oh, what's this? Danger ahead of you. How intriguing." And her eyes flicker over to the crystal ball, and she stops. And she just starts staring into the crystal ball.
I want to retract my hand.
She doesn't even seem to notice as she stares it into the ball, and then she starts talking. Her voice changes completely from this sort of strange voice she had, and she says, I see flesh. I see rotting flesh. I see it devouring you. I see laughter."
Dan's gonna step forward and he's just gonna grab like a shawl or something and throw it over the ball. Like, okay, well, that's enough of that, I think, for a moment.
When you throw the shawl over, it's like it breaks her free, and she sort of like leans back, and she like her eyes just kind of like flutter for a second, and she looks up at you, Dan, and she says, "If the heart wakes, we all vanish. One dagger, no second chance."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm.
Dagger.
I'm writing everything down, documented. Uh, listen, Madam, what's her name again? Rosalina,
Yeah.
Rosina. Miss Miss Rosina, would you care to partake in a photo for
Uh,
documentation, of course, in my writing career?
uh, certainly, sure.
It's quite bright, so do be careful now.
She sort of like blinks and reels back, and puts her hand to her head and says, "I don't, I don't understand what just happened. That was so strange. I don't, I don't know why it's so funny." It was I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And she starts clutching at her throat, and can seemingly unable to breathe, and yet
I want to render
still
first
laugh.
aid. Like, oh shit!
Okay.
Here,
Yeah, same.
hold this, bud. I'm gonna give my camera to somebody. Just whoever's nearest to me. Hold this.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, take it.
I want
Okay,
to try to render first aid.
go ahead, give me a first aid check.
All right, come on, big money, big money. But the cigarette's still in my mouth. No, very bad.
Ooh.
I'm not pushing that.
So you try like patting her on the back. Maybe she's got something stuck in her throat, but she's gasping for air, and there's just nothing you seem to do is helping. And she eventually just like keels over unconscious.
Unconscious or dead?
Well, unconscious for now.
Oh,
Still no
Dead if you don't
breathing?
get her
check her
breathing.
pulse, obviously.
Her heart is beating very rapidly and very faintly. She is not long for this world unless you can start her breathing again. Would
I'll
you
tr-
like to do another first aid check?
I'll try. Does anybody have a higher one?
Mine's
I
30.
got a better
40. 40. I can
40?
give
Oh,
it a
go with
shot.
yours then.
All right,
Go with your 40. Oh.
bro.
Missed it by way over 40.
All right. So you try and you do that thing they did in the 20s where you like pound on her chest with your fist. I think that was their version of
Right.
CPR at the time. But you can't get her heart started, and she dies right there in front of you. Sanity check from everyone, please.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'll push that. It's only 11.
Okay.
So a success.
Ooh. I will push that as well. 22 to make mine a success.
Okay.
Uh,
So just Dan is going to take the damage. This is another 1d6 sanity damage for Dan.
Dan's starting to like hyperventilate. He's like, "God, we can't be in here. We can't. Cops are going to show up. We cannot be here. I'm not going back."
Yes, we should depart post haste.
yep, time to leave.
This time, Father Allen says a more like reasonable prayer and crossing himself over Madame Rosalina.
Okay. Can I get a spot hidden check from you, please?
I'll push that.
Okay. You spend two. You're crossing over her. You're stood over her, and you see a dagger on her belt. The dagger is almost calling to you. It's kind of almost looks like it's glowing ever so slightly.
Hey, gentlemen, check this out. Didn't she mention a dagger in one of her visions?
She
Dagger
did.
to the heart, yes. We shall only have one chance. I assume that is
Fighting,
it.
not really my strong suit. I'm happy to pass this on to someone who could use it because it seems like we might need it.
Daniel?
Oh, what? Dan puts his hands up. Oh, I draw the line at having in my possession objects that belong to the recently deceased.
Well, you're the best here. You're the best one here with a knife, I assume. Unless the good professor has skills we don't know about.
I'm
I am not.
happy to keep a hold of it, at least for now, but then pass it to whoever needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, gentlemen, we shall only have one shot. That's what she said before.
She did.
Assuming whatever this heart is.
What's the heart of a carnival? I get the clown.
Probably something in the haunted mansion.
Yeah, possibly the haunted mansion.
Was awfully keen on me checking out that mansion.
She said you were going to have fun in it. She saw my death. Or at least I presume my death.
Oh, that's true. And Dan's gonna pick up the handkerchief and have a look at the crystal ball, and he's gonna kind of like look under the table, see if it's wired to anything, or just he's gonna inspect it a bit.
Yeah, so you pick up the handkerchief, you look at the crystal ball, and Yeah, you sort of look at the base, and the base is a little bit heavy, and you see that it is in fact wired under the table, and there is a button that one could tap with their knee, or there's actually a couple of buttons on the table that she could use her knee to push. And one of them causes the crystal ball to glow faintly. Do you test any of the other buttons?
Yeah, Dan's curious enough. He'll start smacking buttons. I'm assuming one of them makes the table rattle or something, or a lamp.
Yeah, one of them is connected to a device that like makes a knocking sound on the table, and you can press it. Knock once for yes, twice for no, and you can create those knocks. And then the other one causes a closet door behind her to creak open ever so slightly.
Oh, I mean, it's a
Hmm.
real shame. She was pretty good at this.
Hmm. I will have a look in that closet that just opened, out of curiosity more than
Sure.
anything else.
Yeah. You give me a spot hidden check, please.
Sure. Let me get my character sheet up. Spot hidden. Yeep. No.
So you open the closet door, and you can see kind of when you're in there and looking, you can see the wiring that makes it work. Um, and the closet is kind of set up. It's not really used as a closet. It's pretty empty. There's a couple of like ratty old clothes that are hanging in there, probably more just for effect than anything else. You get the idea that this is more used for the if you can hear us, give us a sign kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, rather than anything else. You don't see anything suspicious inside of the closet. It just seems like another parlor trick.
What are you looking for there, Professor?
Just curious to see if there's anything in here. It
Go
it,
through
it
her
doesn't seem
things.
to be.
A false bottom, perhaps.
Yeah, I was trying to see, but
Well, we
it
can
doesn't
check
seem
out
to
a
be
desk.
anything much.
Can I
Sure,
check the
you want
closet?
uh yeah, you can check the closet. You can roll me a spot hidden in the closet, and someone said they wanted to check the desk as well. You can roll me a spot hidden for that. Nice, Terrance.
Ooh,
I'm
damn.
gonna try to look for any of the little tricks I know from Pro. Actually, I think are we in Prohibition? It's 23. Anyways, yeah,
I
little
think
tricks to
so.
like hide things. I'm a
I think it
journalist.
probably is.
I know
Yeah,
how to break into
so
things.
you start to kind of tapping to see. It does seem like it is just a closet. You don't find any hidden doors or anything. But when
Mhm.
you move the clothing to check the back, you do notice that there is a symbol carved into the back of the closet. I need a sanity check from you, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, I'll push that.
Okay.
It's only 4 points.
So you see the symbol start to like almost writhe and twist. And it gives you a moment of absolute disquiet. Um, Whatever this is more of a real arcane symbol than some of the other ones that are lying around this room. You can do an occult check if you would like to see if you know what it is, or you can call
Yes.
one of the others over, obviously, to
Oh,
investigate.
Professor, I may have found something quite disturbing.
Hmm.
We shall need your expertise.
I can have a look. Um, I don't
Right there.
actually like above the table. I don't have a particularly good occult score. Like it seems weird for a professor in this situation to only have a 25 in occult, but this is the character I've been given.
Better than mine. Does anybody else have a better one?
Two.
Father has a 40.
Then be my guest.
I then, Father, would you mind? Would you kindly? Don't look at
Yeah,
it too hard.
let's see what we got in there.
Don't stare at it. Quite
Yeah,
frankly.
he would just kind of like look below and like slowly work his eyes up to try to not or dull whatever effects on it.
Sure. So let's get his. Oh, nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Um,
sanity check. Should I do that first?
let's also get a sanity check as well, please. I'm going to give you a bonus to it.
You don't need it.
Didn't need it.
Awesome. So yeah, you are just the way that you examine the symbol, you know not to look at it all at once. You kind of look
Oh,
at it
shit. Sorry.
in parts. That's fine. And when you're looking at it in sort of sections, you're able to negate its effects upon you. Looking at this symbol, you absolutely recognize it. This is definitely the symbol of Nisanth, who you've seen alluded to in the mirth of this festival. You know that Nisanth often appears as a clown, often in a twisted form. You also know that fortune tellers, clowns, and puppet shows occasionally speak with Nisanth's voice, offering riddling glimpses of the future.
If she spoke with Nisanth's voice, why was it a warning? Seemed
Give
like it would be the other
me
way
a
around.
history check, please.
History. Ooh.
Nice.
You are aware that Nisanth feeds both on joy and terror. Nisanth feeds on extreme emotion. It doesn't really care if it's extreme joy or if it's extreme horror, which is kind of why the carnival makes a lot of sense. And so it might have just been trying to scare you to feed on your emotions.
That would track.
Yeah, well, seems we at least could be assured of what's behind all these goings on. Now we gotta figure out how to stop it.
At least
I'm
try
more
to.
interested in I'm more interested in how it killed her. But we could deal with that after. How are we getting out of here? We can't go back out that front door.
Through the back. Yeah. Almost. This is a tent, right?
I
It's
thought
a
it was like a
caravan.
wagon. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like a wagon. But there would definitely be a back door.
Yeah.
Um,
Right here.
it's sort of set up in an expanded form to give the room for this particular room. And when you push aside some of the curtains and you find a door into what are her living quarters. And when you step into that area, it's a lot more normal. You see like a bed, there's regular clothes, none of these, fancy things that she wears for the show. There's also like a small bathroom in here and a kitchenette. And it looks, quite 1923 modern on
Vanity, I
that side.
assume, as well.
Pardon me?
A vanity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
I
like
really.
all the kind of like regular things you would expect to see.
Okay.
Is
I kind of want.
there
I want to go
like
through
on
her
the
shit.
So you're gonna what?
I want to go through her shit.
Okay. Yeah, you start rifling through her belongings. You can give me a spot hidden. And Alan, you said you wanted to do something as well?
Ugh.
just looking at the front door or around the front door, is there like attraction is closed or lunch break or be back in 20 minutes sign or something
Yeah,
dangling out in
actually,
front?
leaning up against, sort of behind one of the curtains, but leaning up against the wall right by the door is uh, Madame Rosalina is uh, resting from speaking with the spirits. She will return shortly.
Yeah, Father Ella will stick that outside.
Okay, yeah, it's like one of those sandwich board kind of things, and you just pop it outside. The people that are there kind of say like, ah, and they wander away. No one seems overly upset.
That's a little
and
tight.
Terrance is going through her items. You don't just discover anything of interest back here. It's all very mundane. It's what you would expect to see in someone's house. There's none of the weird and wonderful things that are out front. None of that's back here. She seems to live a pretty normal life outside of the carnival persona.
Unfortunately, nothing.
I think Dan, just to cover their bases, is gonna pick her up and carry her into the back room and lay her on the bed. He produces like a really small little silver flask, undoes it, takes a swig, and then dumps a little bit out and says, "For the road."
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, you pour a little bit of your moonshine, I assume, um, on her, and you know, lie her down in the bed, and she looks like she's sleeping. So it tracks. You think if anyone comes in, they'll probably think she's either had a little bit to drink and fallen asleep, or had way too much to drink and passed out. One of the two. And do you guys just head on out the back door then?
Yep.
I like
Yes,
to
I
try
think
and
we
do it as
should.
discreetly as possible.
Sure. You guys can give me it's not called stealth in this one, it's called something
It is
else.
stealth. There is a
It is
stealth
Oh, it
roll.
is stealth.
Stealth.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, please.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Well,
So we've got
hard
two
success though.
successes. Yeah. I'm
Danny
gonna
still
call
got a hard
that
one.
a group success.
it's like
Because
3
I think the
versus
hard
2. So.
success will negate one of the failures.
Hmm.
So as a group, you are able to make it sort of out to the back way and back into the carnival.
All right, well, so far, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not having a great time at this carnival.
No, it doesn't seem the most fun. I don't see the attraction. In fairness, we haven't
The
seen many of the
amusement is not.
attractions, but
Go ahead and finish.
I'd just say that, and I don't see the attraction, but then we haven't seen many of the attractions. It seems there. Please continue.
All right. Well, the amusement is not quite amusing.
Mm.
The heart of the
Well, I
carnival.
mean, where do you guys want to check out next? I still would really rather not do the haunted house.
I think we're gonna have to at some point, but we can check out the the freak show
Well,
tents?
there's still the carousel and the freak show.
All right. Sounds like you guys are heading over to the carousel first of all, and then behind to the freak show. The carousel is what one would expect of a carousel. This is probably, of all the things that you've seen, this one is probably the best maintained ride. There's quite a lineup of children waiting to ride on the horses, and this is your very typical carousel. There's a bunch of horses on it. That music is playing, and it spins around, not too fast, not too slow. And the children on it seem to be having a grand old time. There are shrieks of delighted laughter as the carousel starts. And parents smile and wave at their children as the kids whiz past them. And there's a lot of joy here. Can I get everyone to please make me a sanity check?
We watch the blender go around.
Yes, tornado. Oh hell yeah!
Oh, nice.
Professor, with that extreme success, I don't know if this is allowed in Call of Cthulhu, but I'm going to make it a thing. Because you've got an extreme success, you may choose to try and protect someone in some way if you so desire.
Probably Father Allen. Maybe like I try and distract him with something about the like asking him a question about something relating to his. He seems to be interested in gambling, so something related to that. Just try and like get his attention away from the. Or actually, hang on. When you say protect, what would mechanically do that? Maybe that's actually Dan because you're so close to success. Maybe try and distract you with something about the horse that you were talking about gambling on, and like the something about the name pharaohs and Egyptian mythos or something.
Okay, so you're going to choose Dan, and yeah,
Yep.
you distract him with a question. So, Terrance, Professor Gray, and Dan, the three of you have your eyes averted. But Father Allen, you happen to be looking right at the carousel as it changes and warps before your eyes. It turns into a shape that should not be possible. And the music equally becomes distorted and discordant. And you just get this overpowering smell of rotting flesh, and it just fills your nostrils. And you are going to take 1d6 points of sanity damage. Only one.
Hey,
That's not too bad.
It could be worse. Yeah, he just starts like gagging and turns away from the carousel, holding his hand up behind him.
I think Dan does the thumb over the shoulder thing and goes, I guess the father's not a fan of kids.
Hmm.
No, it's the horses. Can't stand them. That's
They're
why
not
Bat
real
was
horses.
close
I
enough.
assume they're not real horses. Oh, okay. That's a strange phobia.
Otherwise, nothing weird seems to be happening on the carousel. Everything it's not like speeding up randomly or
Nope,
chucking kids into the woods.
everything seems to be normal. Like I said, there's lots of laughter here, lots of fun. Even when that strange thing happened to Father Allen, the rest of you didn't see anything. It all looked normal to you. The kids were still laughing, the carousel was still going round, and nothing strange occurred. Of
Oh,
course, you guys were slightly distracted while Father Allen was staring straight at it, but who knows?
Yes.
Father and Professor, you both mentioned that I guess this jester feeds off joy. Could that be the main draw of this carousel for it? I think.
Seems to be. Yeah, a fun fair in
Yeah, I
general
think
would make absolute sense.
just about everything seems like it's a feeding source. I caught a whiff of the other side of that. Ugh.
Yes, and I don't suppose any of us, or rather, I doubt it would be socially acceptable for any of us to go on it.
It might look a bit strange, yes.
Rather not test those waters. Off to the freak show we go then. From parts
guess so.
unknown.
Okay, so you look at the freak show tents. There are signs, and again, these are real signs from the 1920s. There is the mesmerizing Claude Lady and La Femme Araignée, the woman spider, or Spider Woman, I guess.
I believe I've read
Uh,
that comic.
who do you go and visit? There's also one in behind. I don't have a picture for this one, but that one is. Sorry, I'm scrolling to it here. The Boneless Boy.
Go
Claude
down
lady.
the list.
How do we feel about the Claude lady?
Well, we go down the list from top to bottom. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, boneless boy. It's really not. Doesn't sound all that appealing. If I'm being honest.
Well, if the top brass
Fine,
expect us to,
let's
if the top brass expect us to solve this case, then we shall need every bit of information we get.
I suppose you're right. Suppose you're right.
Okay. And so with that, you guys wander. It sounds like you're going to see the Claude lady first.
Yes, the madame with the
Oh, yeah.
long fingernails.
Right. Okay, so I will bring her. I don't have a picture of these. I don't really know what. It was very difficult to find like inside of a freak show tent. So I'm just going to leave us on this main map and I'm just going to bring up the image for these two.
Sure.
So the Claude lady, um, she has you walk in to see her and she's sort of behind one of those little velvet ropes. And she's sitting in a chair. It's like quite a comfortable chair. There's like a sofa for her to lounge on. It's almost like a little sitting room setup that they have for her, but you're on the other side of the rope, which is just enough for you to kind of walk past. There are other people in the room, and everyone is just sort of like stopping and staring, walking by slowly. And she's basically just going about her business, essentially. She's putting on a bit of a show. She's sort of like manipulating her arms, sort of like almost like in a dance type way. And what you see is her feet have, she's barefoot, and her feet have like her toenails are sort of grown and long and are pointed and look like the claws of a dog or a wolf almost. And then the same thing with her fingernails. They're extremely thick and long and come to points, very much like you see in the image. Her dress is what would be absolutely scandalous for the 1920s. Very sort of revealing. For nowadays, it wouldn't be considered quite so revealing, but for that time, it absolutely would be. With the idea of making her look more exotic and more like an animal than a human. She looks just like the picture. She's got long dark hair and she's wearing like um, a
Sorry to be a
band around
pain.
her
Could you
head.
share the picture again for me? I accidentally clicked off it while I was doing something.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
And like I said, she's got tattoos on her arms, and and the tattoos are kind of designed again to make her look a little bit more animalistic. And she's sort of moving almost like sort of snake-like kind of movements. Um, and she smiles and she waves at the audience, and basically just puts on a show, but she doesn't really speak. She just moves about the stage. And you can see people are it's a little bit odd. People are staring unabashedly. Children are pointing. We're definitely calling her a freak. Look at the freak! Oh my goodness! Look at her fingers. That's crazy. She's an animal, or it's an animal. They don't even call her a she. Um, what do you guys do as you watch her perform?
Those toenails. Man, bring back a memory. Reminds me of old Whistling Bill. He used to ride the rails with me for a while. Yeah, had a thing with. He went through a lot of boots.
I take a picture.
Okay. She sees your camera come out and she immediately poses, and we're talking someone who is an accomplished model. She's been through this clearly a lot, and she just puts herself in some really good poses that really show off her more animalistic tendencies.
That's wonderful, my dear. That's wonderful.
She gives
The
you
camera,
a
the camera
wink
loves
and a
you.
nod. Sorry, what did you say?
Uh, the camera loves you, my dear.
She kind of preens a little bit. Um, Yeah, and then you guys kind of find yourselves like just pushed out by the crowd. They're just sort of people are moving through. This seems to be one of the more popular events here at the carnival, and you're sort of moved along with everyone. It,
Right.
it it's a weird blend of like horror, and there's definitely heightened emotion in this room.
So, Kirsty, I want to do one thing before we move on.
Sure.
On her tattoos, which are very
Mhm.
noticeable and still considered very taboo.
Mhm.
Any symbols, occult symbols I recognize?
Oh, interesting. Give me an occult check, please.
Okay. Can I defer to somebody instead and ask them if they see anything?
Yeah, you could do that.
All right. Who are? I think the good father is the best at occult, right?
Yeah, I
I
think
got a
that's what we got.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you then.
Right.
I'll whisper to the father and say, "Yeah, do you spot anything? Anything familiar on our arms? The ink."
Father Allen, you do. There are more symbols that you would associate with Nisath.
Yup. Yup. Definitely. Definitely something in those tattoos. Just like that symbol we found in the closet.
All right. Would seem that all of the attendants, all of the carnival's attendants are in on this. Or perhaps some sort of sick
Oh
part
yeah.
of some sick worship.
Well, they listen to them. They're all like, "Oh, she's a freak." Oh, I mean, that seems like it's all food for Niseth.
As I fear for the I fear for the event. I fear for the final event or the main event. I would I would rather not fight through a woman like that.
Dan sort of got like a thoughtful look on his face, and he just turns to the group. Say, you don't think all the staff here are the missing people, do you? Madame Rosina, she mentioned something about it, if the heart is destroyed with the dagger, they will disappear or wake.
She said they will disappear. Perhaps they're incorporeal.
Could be it.
Perhaps they are
Or they're all
ghosts.
like some kind of avatar of Nisant or something, feeding it the
Or
energies.
bound
Vessels.
bound
Oh
servants,
yes.
perhaps.
Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps this is all some sort of hallucination, a group hallucination that we're experiencing.
Well,
All right.
on to the spider lady, spider woman.
Okay. The Spider Woman is up next. I'll pop her on your screen here.
You know, I've seen her on the streets of Manhattan before, and her male companion.
So inside this tent is it's sort of the back wall is painted to look like a spider web, and it has sort of like it's kind of carved out of the back wall so that she can climb upon it. This woman does not look like the woman in the image. The face does. The body, however, is artistic license. But this woman does have two sets of arms and a normal set of legs. So she has 6 limbs in total. Her extra limbs are a little bit deformed and not quite as long as her first set of limbs. And they kind of protrude from sort of like her mid rib cage kind of area. Um, and she is otherwise quite a beautiful woman, but the extra set of arms is certainly disorienting when you first see her. She is much like the other woman, she's dressed in what in the 1923 would be considered an entirely inappropriate outfit, but something that shows off all of her limbs. So it's probably more of like a bodysuit type thing, so that you can see her legs and her arms to make it, look, I have 6 limbs. Um, she's got short curly hair, and she kind of has her eye makeup done to make it look like more her eyes are more spider-like. It almost she's got like several lines above her eyes to make it look like she could have more eyes. And then she wears the crystal headpiece in her head and the hoop earrings. And she is climbing on the wall. And she's able to use all of her limbs in order to climb. And she sort of puts herself in, again, very much a performer, putting herself in sort of positions to look as best as possible while climbing around. And it's very much an act, almost like a dance on the wall, or some kind of circus performance. Um, and you walk in and you see her. She does not have the tattoos as the other woman does, but you do notice that there's something just a little bit twisted about her, aside from the additional limbs. Something just a bit off. Her limbs bend in slightly strange ways. It looks, quite frankly, uncomfortable, probably quite painful.
Clearly, this is a fraud. That's an insect woman, not a spider woman.
I
Take it
don't
on the
know. Her
photo.
body isn't in 6 parts. That would qualify her to be an insect.
That's a good
And just
point.
looks puzzlingly at both of you, like, wait, they're the same thing.
No, they really aren't. But don't worry.
You're kidding, right? Ah,
I mean, a spider and a fly, that they're both small things that you crush when they get in your way.
Hmm. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that whatever's behind this looks at us in a similar way.
We can have a quick look at her head jewelry. Is there another rune carved on it?
Give me a spot hidden, please.
Hey,
Yeah, there absolutely is. There are arcane symbols carved all over that headband.
I'll mention it to the group. I won't point it out, but it'll be like, the head jewelry's got more of those weird symbols that we've been seeing everywhere.
Hmm. It would
We
make
snap
sense that
another
he would
photo
have
for
his.
posterity.
It would make sense that he would have his fingerprints all over everything here. This is all a feeding ground for him.
Well, the question is,
read.
this demon, whatever, what have you, this nice aunt is not going to let us waltz in and stop his ritual or whatnot. The question is, how do we contend with all these unique people, or if they even
Right,
are
but
people?
something still stinks of an invitation. It seems
Hmm.
very odd that we've been lured here.
As you say that, the woman comes down off the wall and crawls across the floor on all 6 limbs and manages to do it in a very spider like way. It is really uncomfortable to watch. And I need everyone to make me a sanity check, please.
Hell yeah!
Hey, good shit, guys. Good shit.
Let's go.
We got a critical success and an extreme success, along with 2 successes. Holy smokes! So she crawls across the floor, and she comes up to you, and she starts to speak in a voice that you've kind of heard before. It's the voice of that clown that you heard earlier.
Welcome to the carnival.
And then her face sort of like changes, and she falls to the ground. She's no longer able to sustain herself in that position. And she pushes herself up so she's sitting upright. As soon as she crawls across the floor, everyone else here has fled screaming.
Mhm.
and the four of you are the only ones who have sort of like held it together. And she pushes herself up, and you see her face, and she looks terrified. And she whispers to you, "Please, it's alive. It's alive." And then like you see like something takes her back over, and she sort of pushes herself back on all six limbs and goes back up to the wall and clings to it, once again posing and performing.
Guess we
They're
gotta
being
find
used as
it.
puppets.
Yes, exactly. Precise. The heart of the carnival.
Seems like something's puppeting these people. Interesting.
I agree.
The clown, perhaps. But there are multiple ones, aren't there? We've actually seen multiple clowns, right? Not just the one.
You've seen multiple clowns. The only one you've interacted with is the one that I showed you the image of.
Yeah. The heart of it. The heart.
Yeah, maybe there's
I can't
some of the puppets are willing and some aren't. I don't know.
Yes, Dad may have a point that some of these may well be the kidnapped people. But we don't have names or faces, for that matter. We can't verify that, unfortunately. We can only hope that if we accomplish our mission, that they shall be set free. There's a bit of a pickle the top brass has put us in. I shall need at least a month's vacation after this.
Likewise.
All right, Shauna.
Don't you ever compare it to that woman ever again.
It's 1923. She's not born yet.
All right. With that, you guys step out of the spider tent. Sorry if I'm rushing you. I'm trying to get us done on time here.
Boneless boy time.
Boneless child.
Well, as you go over to the boneless child exhibition, or as you're heading that way, there's a crying child that kind of recognizes you, Terrance, and comes up to you and says, "Please, please, have you seen our mom?" And you see that his brother is with him. You recognize these two children. They're the children that Mary Johnson, who you interviewed at the games booth, they're the two boys that she was sort of saying, "Good job, honey." Her sons, presumably. And the oldest of them says, "Please, have you seen our mom? I saw you talking to her. We can't find her."
Where did you last see her, kid?
Oh, Chang, you're muted. If she oh, phone call. Okay. The little boy looks at you and says, we were in the haunted mansion, and we got we turn around and she wasn't there anymore, and now we can't find her and no one can help us, and the clown said we should just ask around, and so we're asking around.
Okay, so this
Please, I'm really scared.
is this Mary Johnson? Is this Mary Johnson, the one I spoke to?
Mary Johnson's children, yes.
Yeah, to her kids. Well, where can the little tykes stay? We can keep an eye on them.
Yeah, it's odd to say that this carnival is no place for children.
Tell you what, kids. The two of you stay outside. Go out. And we shall return with your mother.
Okay. We'll wait by the cotton candy stand.
Good.
How about we? Do you guys want to wait over in front of the fortune tellers?
Okay.
Don't eat anything.
Here, I was just gonna give him money to get some stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, right. Don't eat anything."
uh, okay. We already ate. We had hot dogs earlier. I just want my mom.
Just stay near the exit. All right.
Okay, we'll stay at the fortune tellers right by the exit.
Good.
And
Good kid. We'll be back soon.
they hold hands and they head on over towards the fortune teller's caravan.
Figured it was the safest place for him. I mean,
Yeah.
she's already dead.
We don't know that. Not yet. No
So
need for
I
quite
guess-
no need for quite so much cynicism at the time.
I mean, it's not the first dead body I've seen. It looked pretty dead to me.
Well, the fortune teller is dead. The mother, however, we have not
Oh
found
yeah,
her
no.
yet.
Let's hope she's still alive
Oh, yeah.
in this garish mansion. I guess let's
Mm.
go
Go there, I
have a
guess.
look in the mansion.
All right.
All right. You guys head inside the haunted mansion. Once again, you find that your tickets give you entrance. And you walk
take a photo, obviously, just in case.
right in. You take a picture. And into the haunted mansion you go. For once, the shabbiness of the carnival actually helps this place. Does it a little bit of justice. You want a haunted mansion to look a little bit shabby. You want it to look a little bit worn and threadbare. And this definitely does. The wallpaper is peeling from the walls. There's pictures on the walls with eyes that follow you. There are all manner of rooms for you to wander through. There's threadbare furniture, and everything is covered with cobwebs. And when I say cobwebs, I'm using air quotes. This is clearly, fake cobwebs that have been.
Like pulled cotton threads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, once we get inside, have a look around. If it looks like it's just us in here, Dan will be like, all right, everybody, find something heavy. And he's going to go see if there's like a fire poker lying around or something.
All right. When you walk inside, there is the slam of the front doors. And you head inside a little bit deeper. And yes,
I'm gonna try. Hold on. I'm gonna try the door again. See if it opens back up.
Sure, it does not.
All right, that could be this could pose a problem.
Only way out is through.
Yeah, it seems.
I will also look.
Or perhaps we break the door down. Pay the property damages later.
We're not going anywhere till we find that lady. Come on.
Yep.
All right, you walk past a
Right.
fireplace. with
Remember,
one
we
of
know what we're
those-
looking for.
It's got one of those logs that like turns to like make it look like it's flickering, with like light bulbs underneath it.
Oh, the tinsel logs. Love those things.
Yeah. But there is a set of like there's a fireplace set next to it, like the poker and the scoop and all that kind of stuff, and you are able to grab a poker if you so wish.
I take a poker, I take the shovel, and I toss it to Terrance, and take whatever else is there, and I'll toss it to the professor.
I'll pick the candelabra.
Okay, you grab the candelabra, and I think the other thing that's usually in one of those fireplace sets is like a brush, right? And a
Oh,
dustpan.
yeah. There you go.
I'll take the shovel. I guess the scoop.
Okay. Amazing.
And Father's got the dagger, so we're set.
All right.
Right.
And yeah, the place is it's haunted house creepy. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like you're in there to be creeped out, but you can see the cotton of the spider webs and the fake spiders that aren't really moving, and like I said, the fireplace log that's just rotating making it look like it's flickering. It's all very surface level scary.
1 second. The candelabra that I took. Are the candles on it?
Um They're those like electric candles.
Okay, they're fake candles.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
man. I
sorry,
was
Terry.
thinking to. Yeah, Spot.
What's the lady's name we're looking for? Smith?
Mary Johnson.
Johnson. And yeah, Dan just yells out into the haunted house. Johnson! Miss Johnson, we're looking for you.
You hear cry back.
Go,
Keep
go,
making
go.
noise. Keep making noise. We're coming.
Can you hear that when I like cover my mouth and yell?
Yes, I
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure like what comes. I have no idea what comes through my mic and what doesn't. Sometimes people are
Mhm.
like, "We can't hear you, Kirsty," and like my mic is like muted my whispers for some reason. Turns out yelling through my hand works. Good to know. So yeah, you can hear her, and it sounds like she's coming. It sounds like it's coming from behind the fireplace.
Well,
Okay.
time to use our new melee weapons. Put them to good use.
Yeah, like
Can
maybe start
I?
like tapping the walls around the fireplace.
Yeah. I was gonna say, can I have a look at the fireplace and see if there's any like hidden mechanism or something that would open?
I'm gonna try to put my foot through in case it's a not. In case it's just like plywood
Okay.
in the back.
So we've got a lot of actions happening at once here. So the professor, I think, spoke up first and said that you're investigating the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll call that a spot hidden check from you, please.
Okay.
And then who was tapping the walls? Was that Chris? Was that you?
I believe that was
It's
Father Allen.
Father
Oh,
Allen.
sorry, that was Alan. Okay, so Alan, you're tapping the walls. So let's get a spot hidden from you. And Terrance, you are putting your foot through what? What are you trying to
The
kick
back of
down?
the back of the fireplace. In case
The
there's like a
back of the
hidden.
fire.
Yeah, just to see if it's like crappy plywood that's not real, and it leads to the little tiny enclosure that she may be trapped in.
Okay. Let's call that an attack roll, please.
Right?
So you can
Brawl,
switch to
bro-
your
I
combat
think.
tab and hit attack.
My brawl, unarmed.
Your unarmed brawl, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot.
12.
It's okay. Here's what's gonna happen. You don't want to push
Oh,
this.
oh.
So you go to
I
put
break
your
my
foot
foot.
through. You go to put your foot through the back of the. It's not a critical fail. Don't worry. If it's a critical fail, I get to like impose conditions or a extreme.
Yeah, I remember. I
But
remember.
yeah, but I don't. It's just a failure. So you go to put your foot through the wall and you just like smack into wall. No, you don't. You go to put your foot through the wall, and what happens is at the very same time, Professor, you find a switch in the top of the fireplace, and you flick that switch, and it opens the back panel of the fireplace. And so when you try to kick the wall, you just kick air.
Go into a half split. Oh,
You meant to do that. Nice job.
remind me to get to. Remind me to go to the tailors after this.
Well spotted, Professor. Let's move forward.
Mm.
Quietly, perhaps. Although
You're not quiet anymore. You yelled her name out.
that's true. Full charge. Let's go.
So a couple of things. When the door opens, you can hear her yells a little bit louder. They're still muffled, but you can still hear yelling sounds. The other thing is that the walls beyond this are sort of like this reddish pink color and sort of oozing. And it is with absolute horror that you realize that the walls are made of flesh. So
House
is
is
the
a mimic.
floor, so is the feeling. And like so is the feeling, so is the ceiling. And I'm talking like picture like I don't know, a steak.
Mm.
And then imagine that that was the walls and the ceiling. There's like marbling of fat through it. It's pulsating. There's veins and it's sort of oozing this red liquid.
I guess we're in the right place to find the heart.
I had a dream like this once.
You don't see that every day.
All right. I take my lit cigarette and I put it out on the wall.
When you do that, there is a scream of anger and pain that erupts all around you.
Okay. Perhaps I believe I'll say this quiet. I do believe we found the heart, or at least the mouth, or
Hmm.
some sort of orifice, whatever orifice.
The body, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, do we try stabbing here, or do we keep going?
I think we keep going and find the actual. Like, that should be our heart we can find, I guess.
The way
Yes.
I'd like to not kill this thing till we find her.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys,
Yeah. Oh.
what you
Well,
doing?
But tour in the haunted mansion, of course. We
Yeah.
said
Looks
we
like
were.
you found the rooms in behind the haunted mansion.
Is this not part of the thing?
Sure it is. Go on in, take a look.
Hey, do you got another smoke on you by any chance?
Absolutely.
I
And
have.
then you see him reach into
Daniel.
the fireplace behind you,
Oh.
and the door to the fireplace closes. And you hear,
Have fun.
As predicted. Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah. I mean,
I
honestly,
offer him
I
one of
just
my
didn't
lucky
want to look at him
strikes.
anymore. Oh, thanks. Cheers.
I light one myself. I like the one I gave him. Right. Not to say I don't have exactly. I don't believe I have enough fuel in my lighter to harm this creature. So and the last thing we need is for whatever this thing is to swallow us further.
Mm.
So I believe we should go at our own volition, at our own pace. Perhaps that is the best chance we have
Mm-hmm.
at stopping all of this.
Agree.
So, sorry, to confirm, Kirsty, I heard he closed the door behind the fireplace. I don't understand what.
Mhm.
Like, he just walked away, or.
Oh, he was on the other side of the door.
Right, okay. And then he's just closed it again.
He was peeking in. I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. He was peeking in the fireplace at you
Right.
and then closed the door and left you trapped inside the flesh
Right.
area.
We're trapped inside
Right.
the fireplace. Right, that wasn't clear. Okay.
I apologize, but can we end now? I kind of have to get going. It's 1:57 or
Yes.
11:57 for you.
Yes, I realize we're cutting it really close. We're gonna finish this up. Chang, you can absolutely leave. We will
Okay.
we're like 5 minutes away from the end, but you take off
Sure.
if you need to go, no problem.
All right, just give me a synopsis in the Discord chat, and please don't kill me off. I like this character.
I will not kill you while you're not here. It's a rule I have.
All right, see you guys next week.
Take
See
it.
ya.
See you next week. Bye.
All right, later.
Sorry, are the rest of you okay for like another 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know where to be.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We will. Was trying to end on time, but it's so hard with one shots, especially Call of Cthulhu, because I just don't know how to gauge things as well with this game. But I promise not to keep you more than 5.
Visibility in
So
this mouth area.
it's so you're looking into this. It's basically a hallway made of, as I've described, made of flesh, and you can see fine, but it sort of twists and turns, so you can't see very far. But you do have sort of a yelling voice to guide you.
Follow the voice, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I will
Okay.
start brandishing the fire poker like a baseball bat.
Cool.
Mm.
I love how we come back to baseball. Let's call this another navigate check as you try and find your way through the tunnels while listening to this voice.
Can I argue a listen check?
You
I was
can
just going
argue
to
a
do the
listen
same
check.
thing.
Yes, I will allow that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oi!
Yeah.
All right. Dan, you're honed in on this voice and you follow through. So, with an extreme success, you get an additional benefit. Is there anything you would like, or would you like me to make something up for you?
I'd like to not have any enemies or weird clowns surprise me.
Okay. So, while you're listening, you are also listening for enemies. And you do not hear anything following behind you. You feel you can, there's sort of like you guys are squelching on the floor. It makes that horrible sound with every step you take. And you are unable to hear any other squelching noises around you. So you're pretty confident that nothing corporeal is following you.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing forward until either I find her or it opens up into something else, or there's not
Right.
doors off to the sides of this tunnel, right?
No, they're not doors. They're more just like other hallways, other branches of the hallway. Um, it's almost like you're in, I don't even know what kind of flesh system would have lots of hallways in it. Imagine that though.
Delightful.
But you do find your way following the sounds, the cries, this voice, to a large open room. And at the center of the room is on the floor. There's sort of like this plinth, I guess, of flesh, and sitting nestled within it is a beating heart. On the walls around this, you see humans in various states of decay that are not tied to the wall so much as partially engulfed by the wall. And the one who is making the noises is Mary Johnson. She has there's flesh covering her mouth, so she's unable to cry very loudly, but she's making sounds. You can see when she sees you enter the room, she starts to like she gains some energy and she starts to like fight to break free, but she's really engulfed by this wall, and you watch it sort of like swallow her in even further, and you see the absolute terror in her eyes, and you realize that when this place takes people, it's not feeding on their flesh, it's keeping them alive to feed on their fear.
Dan's going to leap into action. He'll shout to the father and the professor, like, "You two go deal with the heart or whatever," and he'll just charge over to her first. And as he's trying to like peel her out of the wall, he'll also shout, "If you can hear my voice, make noise, and I'll come to you next."
Okay, awesome. Let's call this a brawl, please, as you try and like grab her and peel her from the wall. Because I don't think there's like such things as strength
Oh,
checkers.
hell yeah.
Nice.
Very
Yeah,
good.
so Dan, you are able to free her. You sort of like break the bonds of this flesh. You rip it apart, and you get one of her arms free, and she reaches out to you, and you grab her by the arm and you pull her, and she comes free with this sickening like sucking noise as you rip her free of the flesh. She looks uninjured otherwise. She doesn't have any visible injuries, maybe a little bit bruised, but like no lacerations or anything like that. Um, and she kind of like falls to the floor. She looks exhausted, certainly, and also terrified. And she says, thank you." And she sort of points to another area on the wall and she says, "I heard noises coming from over there." While she
I'll
does that, while you're doing that, what are the other two of you doing? You've kind of been given instructions.
Yeah, running over towards the heart. I I am a biology major apparently, so like I could maybe try and ascertain a good spot for the father to plunge the dagger into.
Yeah. So,
That
very
would be
cool.
helpful.
Give me like a. Is there a
There,
biology check?
there is indeed a biology check. Yep, there's under
Awesome.
sciences. There's a
Okay.
biology check.
Give me a biology
And
check, please. Nice. So this is weirdly, this is a fairly normal shaped heart.
Mhm.
And you know where the valves are, you know where the veins are, and you know, more importantly, where to pierce it so that it would prevent it from beating any further.
Hmm.
And so you show that area, and are you attacking with the knife?
The father has the knife,
Yes.
not me. So yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking to the father. I realized I
Yeah.
should have said a name. My
Mm.
apologies. Father
Yeah.
Valen.
As soon as the father sees the heart there, he pulls out the knife and advances up there with the professor.
Okay,
Right
so
there.
let's get a brawl from you, please, with your knife. And I am going to give you a +10 to this from the professor being able to show you the right place to hit.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
Nice.
That's
I
where
was
we
gonna
want to do.
blow all my luck on that one just to make that a success, but hell yeah. Actually, I will spend 4 luck points to make that what is it, critical success?
Yeah. Okay, you spend 4 luck points, and that with the father, with the professor pointing out to you where exactly to hit, you just take both hands, you drive that dagger down, and there is this blinding flash of light as the magic in the dagger takes effect, and the heart explodes into, unfortunately, a lot of flesh and blood, splattering out all over the walls. And when it does, the people that are trapped within the walls sort of like peel away from them and they drop to the ground. There is one other person who is living, who's the one that Mary Johnson pointed at, that uh, Dan, you went over to go and help. And so you're able to kind of like grab this person. And the walls on the flesh, the flesh walls immediately start to decay and crumble away. There's this horrid smell of putrefaction, and you find yourselves all standing back in the haunted manor. Once again, it looks shabby and sad, and there, stood in front of you, is that clown that you had seen so many times before. And he looks at you and he says,
I'll see you in your nightmares.
and he fades away and vanishes before your eyes.
He was a delightful fellow.
Walking out of the
I'm not
carnival. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not saying this was easy, but that seemed a little too easy.
Hmm.
The father is distrustful.
I don't know. Your definition of easy is odd, Father. And
I mean,
Dan's gonna like take the cigarette that he's been smoking and he's gonna hand it over to Miss Johnson, like help calm your nerves before you see your kids.
She takes a big drag of the cigarette. She says, "Thank you. You see my children, they're all right?"
They were before we came in here. Fingers crossed.
Oh, my goodness. And you guys head back out into the carnival. It is there is still laughter. There are still shrieks of terror, but it's a little less heightened. The laughter isn't so manic. The terror isn't so real. And everyone seems to be going on. No one seems to have noticed anything different, although the vibe is certainly changed. Some of the staff that you had seen before no longer exist. And those that do have all changed subtly. There's not that sort of blankness that was in their eyes, that laughter that was a little too loud and a little too long. It's gone, and they're acting a little bit more normally now. You meet up with Mary Johnson's 2 children, who are delighted to see her. She thanks you for your assistance. and you walk away as members of the Gatekeepers, people who have once again saved the day and who no doubt will be called upon soon, perhaps next week, to save another group of people from another paranormal event. Sorry for keeping you an extra 10 minutes, but thank you for sticking with me.
No problem at all.
Well,
That was
thank
good
you for
fun.
running
was
the
pretty good
session. It was
timing.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was fun. I liked this one. I've been enjoying playing Call of Cthulhu. I don't know, it's nice just to do something different every once in a while.
Mm.
So this was a nice
Mm.
break and
I-
a nice change for me.
Yeah, I would
I
like
love
to stream the
D&D,
next
but
one if it's possible, maybe to get someone else to do it in my stead. Maybe I'll chat with someone and see what we can work out, because it should be doable. I'd like to keep streaming this if possible.
yeah, I mean, I'm willing. I'm not great at all the techie things, but I'm certainly willing to do it. Or if there's someone who knows how better than me, I'm
I've
certainly
got everything set up, so literally someone would just need to log into my account and just push the buttons, and like I can talk you through how to do everything.
yeah. I mean, I'm cool to do that. Or
Okay.
if someone else would,
Mm.
again,
Either
if
you
there's
or
someone who's more
Chris would
familiar with
be
streaming who wants to
ideal
do
for
that,
me,
that would
but
be cool.
yeah.
I can, yeah, you can try and walk me through it, and we'll
Okay.
give it a dry run before we do the
Yeah.
session. Yeah, we can try that.
Yeah, if I can have a chat with you. Like, I'm free. Time zones are a little awkward, but I'm sure I can make time when you're free if we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, how was regular game time for you? Is that too early, too late?
Yeah, regular game time is fine. It's like 4 p.m. for
Okay.
me. It's absolutely fine, yeah.
Yeah, because I work nights, so that'll be when I
Right.
get off work. So yeah,
Okay.
we can try and meet up someday this week. Dealer's choice when.
Okay. Yeah, we'll work something out. I'll chat with you after this.
Sounds good.
Okay
Cool.
then.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you
doing
for the
that.
session.
Okay, fun game, and we'll pick up next time. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of thing I'm going to do for next time. So we'll see. But it'll be another
Sure.
Call of Cthulhu, same characters. Unless you want to switch, if you
Awesome.
would like to switch your character, you're more than welcome. I'm not going to force anyone to keep them. You'll still be a gatekeeper,
Mhm.
and that's just how
If
I'm.
you do switch, I'll have to show Chris how to change the character art thing. That's a little bit more complicated, so.
I think we'll all stay with the same characters for next week, and if you want to play something else, you can play it the week after.
Yeah.
That
'Cause I was
As
sounds
long
like a
as I
good
get
plan.
to use my as long as I get to use my counting skill.
Oh, I'm sure it'll come up.
That's my only
I was
request.
I was
You have
about to
an
log back
accounting
in.
skill?
I was about to log back in to see like what the other characters were, because I was thinking about playing the musician, and then Nick said that. I was like, nope, drifter it is. Stick with the drifter.
You can always switch the week after. So I don't think so, Alan. We don't have Nick next week, and then we don't have Alan the week following.
That's a shame.
Correct.
So next week will be our last week with Father Ellen, and then our last week it'll be the other three. But that works out because we still have three, so we can still we've still got a game full. And again, Alan, thank you for joining us. This was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
glad
you. It was fun to play with you.
Oh, this is
Yeah, I don't
super
think I've
fun.
ever- I don't think I've ever played with you, so thanks for joining up. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, you're
Have
welcome.
you
Yeah.
played with Alan before?
I don't believe so. No.
I think
Crazy! I just
Yeah.
assumed he played.
he's
Because I
joined us
think
for one
Nick,
shot,
you have.
but it's been when Chris hasn't been able to play.
Oh, that would explain it. Well, anyway, I'm
Yeah, I
glad. I
did
knew
the
Alan would like be a perfect fit
Mm.
for this group, so I was just
Yeah.
like, he's the one.
Hey, yeah, I had the two one shots you did on the chef one, and then the pirate adventure. Those are
The
super
Pirate
fun
Adventure
with
was
you
very
guys.
fun, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that must have been the one you guys did together. Yeah.
Yeah.
we've got our Shauna replacement for the next time she decides to bail on us for a month.
Right?
On thin ice, Shauna.
Take that.
All right, guys. Well,
Awesome.
I'm gonna head out. Thanks again, and
Yes.
I will see everyone except next week.
Yeah, hopefully be able to
Sounds
stream
good.
next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
I'm assuming, Nick, I'm going to need an account for Twitch to make this all work, yeah?